Hey there, this is Greg the Masked Gamer, and I am coming to you with a first playthrough of Vampire Milan Uprising, one of my 3 most anticipated games of the year. I was planning on trying to do a new camera rig for today, but I failed because I'm not very handy, so I'll be doing this the way I usually do. For those of you who are new to my channel, this is a place for COVID cautious folks to talk about board games. You don't need to be COVID cautious in order to be here, provided there is no minimization, denialism, or harassment of any kind. Yes, for the record, while you're wearing a mask does count as minimization. And your comment will be deleted, so enjoy, have a nice day. But today I am here by myself, so I will not be wearing a mask, but when I play this with my friends on the 8th, we will be wearing masks. There is sound for this game, which is coming out of my Anchor sound core. So the sound's going to be messed up. I'm lo-fi. I don't care. I have 143, I think, subscribers. Everybody's going to live, and we're going to be very, very happy. What else did I want to say? When I did the Bad Karmas playthroughs for this, I did bring down like my monitor from upstairs, and I did a whole split screen thing. I'm not going to be doing all that today. I will just be holding up my my iPad to the camera, and we're going to do things like that, which is going to be lovely because my neck hurts already as it is, and it's going to be just a great fun time. I've charged 1 die successfully. It took me a while to do it. It was a little bit trickier this time than it was with previous games by Tebru, but we're going to dive right in. So here we go. We're going to click on New Chronicle. You'll see there's also a way to do story expansions on the app. Boop. So we've got save slots here along with what all the other expansions are on the bottom. So you can have a regular Chronicle, Mystical Milan, Prospero's Legacy, The Unending Dream, and it'll show you whether it's completed or in progress. Clicking on New Chronicle. Oh, I should mention, I don't know what 90% of the stuff in this box is going to be. So I don't know really what's going to show up here. What I am going to select is I'm going to select the character expansion and the Prospero miniature for this. These are 2 of the special things that come with the game. The Prospero miniature apparently is going to use a thing. It's going to use this LED ring that I left charging in the other room, and we're going to be using the character expansion pack because I'm trying to make an assumption as to what I think my friends are going to want to play and make sure that today I am playing things that are not going to fall into that set of characters. We'll see how well I do on guessing all that. So we selected those 2 expansions. You can select the other ones. So if you select Mystical Milan, Unending Dream, Prospero's Legacy, you'll be able to use, I assume, the allies and ghouls that come with those, even though you're doing a regular Chronicle, and same thing with the allies and ghouls expansion, which I'm not checking off today just because it's all this stuff. All right. Continue. Okay, so it's going to let me read all of this out loud to you. It's going to be fun. So let's switch to this view where I can do it on here. Okay, you are a newcomer in the city and need to build a reputation, securing territories and forming alliances with other kindred factions. Be careful, though, not to attract the attention of the mortal hand of St. Ambrose. In the end, your group must try to face and overthrow the powerful Prince Prospero to seize control of Milan for yourselves. Continue. I'm going to totally kill my arm with this. This shows me how to set up the map. It looks like I did indeed do all of that correctly. Yay, I'm a smart person and have spatial recognition skills. I will just move my face around as necessary if we need to do things with these spots on the board over here. I really don't know what anything does. So we'll just press continue. Scenario set up. Board tiles. So this tells you exactly what to do in the game. I'm supposed to go to this board tile in the upper left-hand corner that says quarter 8, and I'm supposed to flip the location bonus and special location tiles as follows. So we're going to flip this to have a little house on it and the number 11 on it. Sure. Component setup. Oh, how fun. Look, it's a whole lot of stuff that I need to do that I should have set up before we started playing today. So I do have the blinged out faction control markers, but I'm not going to use those for this because I feel like the actual tokens are going to end up looking better on the table for you all. So we have Anarch Control up in this corner over here, which is a red one. We have the Camarilla are going to have 18 control things, so we're going to put a bunch of these on. Oh, geez. We're going to put a bunch of these on the board. Camarilla. I'm saying that wrong. I don't care. It's either Camarilla or Camarilla. I'm assuming because we are in Italia, I'm going to just say Camarilla, which is probably more Spanish than Italian. But, you know, whatever, whatever, whatever. We're just saying whatever we need to say to fill up time because there is more setup than I anticipated. So basically, what we're implying here is that my little group of anarchs control this tiny, tiny, tiny little thing all the way up in the northwestern quadrant of the city, and the rest of the city is pretty much controlled by our friends. I mean, I don't know if they're our friends, they're definitely not our friends if we're anarchs, by the Camarilla, who are not our friends, most likely. And then on the bottom of the board, we have the St. Ambrose Pact faction, who are, I think they're vampire hunters, and they will kill us because they're bad. And then we've got a whole bunch of influence tokens, which we are also going to put on the board according to that map. How fun to watch me set up a game. There is one for us here. There's going to be a bunch for the Camarilla. So we've got one here in Giambaleno. I should stop with these accents. It's going to be terrible. One in Washington, sure. One in City Life. Three in the Duomo. One, two, three. One, oh, two. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. And then the St. Ambrose faction has 2 in Solari and 2 in St. Ambrose, which is their region of choice. Okay, so I have done the component setup according to this map. I'm going to press continue. Set up your Tebaru. Plug the Prince Prospero miniature onto the LED ring. So we're going to plug him on in here. Eventually, we're gonna plug him on in here. He's plugged in. And then the LED ring should turn on, which it has. You can see it's blinking green and white and beep, beep, beep. It's connected. It says start test. I'm starting a test. It lights up certain areas, and it is not lighting up the area that he's supposed to be facing. So something is incorrect here. But I don't know what it is. I mean, I guess he just points backwards. That's weird. You'd think his front would be lined up with the front, but it isn't. Well, it only turns the one way, so that's going to be the way it turns. Is this, if anybody I know Tebaru sometimes watches my playthroughs at first, just let me know if this is wrong. Is this wrong? Do I have the wrong figure? I don't know. It still looks pretty, but it is what it is. My battery for that's not as full as I'd like it to be, but whatever. Continue. Oh, good. A firmware update is required. Connect the LED ring to a stable power source. Keep both the Tebaru core and ring connected to a stable power source during the firmware process. So I am going to have to run off camera for just a second. You can just talk amongst yourselves. Because I have the plug for this in the other room. Looks like it's going pretty fast, at least. It did take a really long time to queue up the dice today, too. So do make sure that you go through all these processes before you get together with your game group for the first time. Technology, am I right? Okay. Now, okay. So, okay, so the app tells us that Tebro uses magnetic sensors to recognize the position of the smart miniatures. They must be placed in the hotspot to interact with the district. The hotspots look like these four things. Now it wants me to pick and scan my characters. So we have all of these characters to choose from, and we're gonna roll with it here. So I think, yeah, okay. So it looks, I'm gonna try to pick ones that I think are least likely to be played by the people I'm gonna be playing this game with. Let's see how correct I end up being. So let's start, oh, show instructions. Okay, so to scan a character, I'm going to have to put them into the slot where I'm currently charging other dice. So let's take this green guy here, and we're going to scan him. And now it's telling me to place the character on the map where shown. So he's going to go there. Okay? Then I have to pick a different character. And I wish... Ah, yes. So if I click on this in the app, it will tell me which person it is. So I indeed guessed correctly that he was from the ministry. He's Aristide Demia, an accomplished storyteller and a consummate liar. He is accustomed to bending the truth to serve his needs or the needs of his clients. He's got obfuscate, protean, and presence. And this shows what his attributes are. So you can see his whole game sheet as though you were playing Vampire the Masquerade. He's got physical, social, mental, then all these other skills. We're not going to dig too deep into all of that because, oh, and you've got a little bit of a longer story there too when choosing your character. So, but I'm not going to, like I said, I'm not going to delve too deep into all of that because I kind of want to just get to the nitty gritty. Ooh, somebody might want to be that one. I don't think anybody's going to want to be Orlando Bianchi, the Nosferatu. So we're gonna plug him into my demo group. This is his miniature right here, and we're gonna scan him. Boop, boop. It wants me to also place him on the same spot on the board. So, boop. And now the game knows that we are both there. Okay, now who else will my friends not want to be? I don't think anybody is going to want to be the Tremere. So we're going to go with the Tremere. I did guess who the Tremere was as well. Here is our Tremere character, Dante Brunieri. Boom. And he is also going to go on this same spot in QT8. And, nope. Yep, app knows he's there, so we're going to move him off to the side here. And then, I don't think anybody's going to want to be the Brouhaha, so we are going to take the Brouhaha, Simona Ferrari, pop her on here. And of course, you know, one of my friends will probably be like, oh, I wanted to be that character, but I seriously doubt it. I get the feeling I know who all of my friends want to be. I know I'm going to be playing as the Samichi. I'm assuming that one of them will think she wants to be the Gangrel, and then when she looks at the character, she's going to choose the Ventru. I am assuming one of them will be the Toreador, because he's always a Toreador. And I will be controlling a fourth character, and I haven't yet decided who that's going to be. We'll figure it out at some point in time. So, the game tells us it knows which four characters we are. We press continue. Tutorial. It seems this is your first time playing Vampire the Masquerade Milan Uprising. Do you want to play the tutorial? And I'm going to have to somehow reset this tutorial when I play it with my friends, but we're going to say yes for now. Loading. Loading. Still loading. Aha. Welcome to Vampire the Masquerade Milan Uprising tutorial. The initial turn order is randomly decided by the game. Turn order will change every round. Choices forced by this tutorial will not affect the outcome of the chronicle. Now we have sound.
The long, powerful history is secretly the home of monsters, the vampires that manipulate the prey of the populace of the shadows. These vampires, or kinfield, as they prefer to be called, are inherent territorial creatures that exist as different families, factions, not all of which see eye to eye.
I'm assuming you could hear that because my little mic thing was going on and on. So I'm assuming that's okay. It wants me to press a little button there, so I will.
The Commonwealth are the society of people that are dominant in many cities around the world. They maintain a feudal influence and most powerful among them.
I like how you can see the reflection of my camera in the top there, but whatever. All right, we're gonna press button. Still talking. These are the animals. We are gonna be the animals. It does not show the exact characters I picked.
A powerful elder king, the son of the Commonwealth. His grip on the city is slipping on them. As more and more add-ons flock to the city to challenge and move. The safety of the kindred of Milan is also threatened by other forces.
Oh no, there's other forces, such as the St. Ambrose.
To hunt them, Second Inquisition. In Milan, specialists call themselves the Hand of St. Ambrose.
Police and the Vatican. Sounds about right to be the bad guys. Next. Okay. Oh my god, we're so much of this.
A close-knit group of kindred, a rising stars of the anarch movement that have traveled to Milan to support the cause and to dispose French prospering. The local anarchs are in disarray after the destruction of their former leader, Zitto Botrovicki. The leaders of the main anarch organizations, Coromorti, Rajanistas, and Ponkabestia, will not meet with you until you have proven yourselves.
Bestia. It's hilarious. Okay, this guy in the center, soups hot. Hello. More story.
Named Captain, who you were faithful, and has offered to help set you up in Milan. She found you had hated the Sylvan security where you could sleep during the day. The GTA. From your base in GTA, you are free to explore and investigate the rest of the city.
I hope you're hearing that. If you're not, I hope you're reading that. It is what it is. All right. During your character's turn, you have 3 action points to perform actions. Spending 1 willpower grants an additional action point. Characters can be moved to an adjacent district called a location using 1 action point. Move your miniature to the Portello location. It's telling me that the person who is moving is going to be the Nosferatu. Actions. You can make different actions in each location. The most important one is investigate. It costs 1 action and ends the turn after its resolution. You're going to select the investigate action. That's going to let me reveal 3 encounters of this location, and my turn will end if I complete an encounter. If I complete an encounter. Okay, so we're going to select that. Encounters. The investigate action reveals up to 3 encounters of the location. Each encounter has a type and a title. So we've got here the Wild Dogs Part 1 and Portello Uprising, Ally, Corrupt Cop Part 1. I can't scroll to that. So Uprising encounter. Uprising encounters are the main way to influence and control locations. We're going to select the indicated encounter of Portello Uprising, because we're in Portello. And yeah, we're going to select it.
You observe that a gang-run vampire district. The area has been linked to stories with large dogs running wild and terrorizing local people. It seems likely that one of the district parks may be where this kindred lives. You see hundreds of people walking their dogs, which are clearly domesticated and not the animals we're looking for. You can scent the aromas, classes of different plants in the air.
Why doesn't our voiceover actor have an Italian accent? Just asking. Approaches. When an encounter is chosen, various approaches to solve it are displayed. We're going to select the indicated approach, but here are the other ones. We could have asked the local passersby if they've seen anything suspicious. We could search the dark corners of the park for anything unusual, or we could call out a challenge and see if anyone responds, but we're going to ask local passersby if they have seen anything suspicious. I got an experience point.
A figure of a man emerged from the shadows, flanked by large, feral-looking dogs. He and sports a large unkempt beard of dark hair. He strongly suspects him to be a fellow kindred.
Oh, look, it's another vampire. It's gonna kill me.
And that the history is his domain. He asked for your help in retrieving a dog of his that was captured by a rival. He's reluctant to leave his territory in case anything happens to his other animals while he's gone.
Oh, we have a new objective in the Uprising. When the map needs to be updated, all changes are shown on both the digital map and the game log of the main device. The investigation token indicates where to find the next step of the initiated encounter. So you'll see on the map, it tells us Night Zero has begun. It says we have 1 Anarch influence. It tells us the next encounter for Portello Uprising will be in Sempione. And it tells us to put this little, like, magnifying glass thingy there. So we are going to take... So we are going to take a red token and put that in Portello. And then we are going to take a magnifying glass token and put that in Sempione. Okay. Ta-da! And press the continue button. Influence. By solving an uprising encounter with success, an Anarch influence cube is placed in the location. The location can have a maximum of 3 cubes of a single faction. Anarch influence cubes are crucial to take and keep control of locations. Step-by-step movement. The Portello Uprising encounter is not yet completed. Its next phase is in Sempione. To move there, you must make your movement step by step. We are going to move our miniature to the Portello location, except it is now the orange character's turn. So we're going to have the orange character go to Portello. And then the app's like, yeah, you moved there correctly. Now you can move to Sempione. And here we are. We can select the investigate action again. We can reveal 3 of the encounters, blah, blah, blah. Oh, look, there's a part 2 of the Portello Uprising. You'll see there's other things that have part 1s, blah, 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 blah. Yeah.
Just 1 third on his chest. Skinner is also particular such as rival vodka, an athletic Italian woman with long, straight, flat-like blonde hair, and a tattoo of a scorpion on her neck.
Was this? I wish this was loud. Oh, it could be loud. There we go.
Unfortunately, however, he's not able to tell you exactly where she sleeps or hangs out at night, other than it is somewhere in the Sempione district. You'll need to locate her somehow.
And then the game's like, what will you do, Sibona? So we have 2 options here. And it's letting us choose this time, as far as I can tell. We can either ask around the neighborhood or use our local street knowledge to identify likely locations. Both of these are difficulty easy and risk low. Since we're Bruja, I'm going to assume that we have good local street knowledge, and I'm going to choose that second option. Uh-oh, now there's going to be an ability check. During an ability check, the attribute determines the amount of dice to roll. With 3 dots in social, you will roll 3 dice. Okay, so having 1 dice per person doesn't really work. The skill determines the number of automatic successes. Total successes must be higher than or equal to the difficulty to succeed. You get -1 for a skull, +2 for effect. The taboo dice must be woken up before being rolled. We'll shake them until an exclamation mark is shown, and then roll them. If the die has not been shaken enough, or is cocked, or whatever, you'll be asked to roll it. Okay, so I'm supposed to roll 2 dice, and because I'm streetwise, I get an automatic 2 successes. And I think I need 1 more success. You can also use it, scholars. I'm gonna go ahead and shake these dice. Come on, shake these dice. I don't see an exclamation mark. I don't know if it's working. Maybe there's something I have to press first. Let's see if I press that. If I press this. Yeah, I don't know. I might not have charged these dice enough. Might be my problem. Um, okay. I'm just pressing some other things and seeing if I can figure out why. Okay, it takes me. I guess these just aren't. Well, I tried to do a tutorial playthrough of this game, but it does not seem to be working. So, settings. Okay. I can't quit or undo during this test. Oh boy. To do because it's just not working. So we're gonna pause. I might not post this. We'll find out. But I'm gonna try to make sure I know how this game works before I play it with people on the 8th at least. I might come back and finish filming this. I might not. I'm not sure at this point. But I'm gonna just stop recording. Thanks for tuning in case I do post this.